If you see this face, it ain't no time to wait. Yeah, sure. Back again with another episode of the Here Now Podcast. This is episode number 37. I'm your host, like I've been your host since episode number 1. Mario the Cameraman, Sosa, Rio, whatever you like to call me, as long as you like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get right into this thing. Back in with another week. I feel like the time be flying by. Granted, I drop on Thursdays now, so it seems like a week break would be a long time. But for me, it's like the week go by so fast. It's like I feel like I was just in here yesterday recording and talking to y'all. But it's definitely glad to be back for sure. This is my therapy, talking to y'all. Y'all know. Some things I might not get to discuss throughout the day, depending on, regardless of me having a conversation with somebody or not having a conversation with anybody. This is kind of my place I come to and I kind of let it all out. Because, obviously you guys wouldn't know this, but if you know me in real life, you could probably say two things about me. You probably see me either, over the top, super mellow, or like just super like kind of standoffish. And that's not a case of any mood swings. That's just truly how I am. Some people, can be over the top all the time, and then when they're home, it's kind of like they're be kind of depressed. Me, I kind of like to have like an even keel, like even balance. You know what I mean? But the point I was trying to make is, I'm definitely like more a person who definitely likes being to myself. Like when it comes to, I don't know, just working and just in general, I feel like I'm more effective just by myself. So even with me staying at my people's house right now, it's like, it's times where it's like, we live in the same house, but like, you might see me, but you might not have no conversation with me because either I don't have time to have the conversation or like I'm just kind of secluded in my room. You know what I mean? But I've I low-key always been like that, at least as far as I can remember. Actually, hold that thought real quick. We'll get back to that. That's a little. Gotta get y'all can't see the setup from right here, but I got the little fan over here, keeping me cool. But the problem is, it wasn't actually facing me, so it wasn't keeping your boy cool. But like I was saying, back to me being like kind of independent, feel like I'm more effective in that way. I've been like that since I was young. You know what I mean? Like I go to my room, kind of just shield myself off from the world. You know what I mean? But that's no different now. But before we get on a long tangent about a whole bunch of nothing, well, I don't want to say it's nothing, but just so we can stay on track, y'all know we like to do this. We like to do like a little weekend recap. But I want y'all to hold me accountable like I like to hold myself accountable. I told y'all it's going to be some changes coming to the pod. I'm going to get the little posters going up. I got another little sign coming as well. See, me personally, I support like local businesses. You know what I mean? You don't even have to have like a real official business, but like it is something like you do on the side, and I'm going to support you. And sure enough, I mentioned this on the podcast. I'm like, yo, who can like draw me a We Here Now canvas so I can have it, hanging up right there. Every episode, you can see your artwork and stuff like that. Nobody reached out to me. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So you know what I did? Good old reliable Facebook. If you want to get some answers done, you want to get some solutions solved, bro, go to Facebook. Because there's not that many people that are trolling on Facebook, but it'd be a lot of people trolling on like Twitter and Instagram. You ask a serious question on Twitter and you ain't never going to get a serious response. It's just going to be a whole bunch of trolling going on. Facebook is different. It's more like a family-friendly platform. And I say family-friendly just because, like, it's still, like, adult content on there. But I say family-friendly as far as the demographic that's on there. Like, your auntie, your grandma, your grandpa, most likely they don't got no Instagram. But they for sure got a Facebook. Even if they don't post them, but, the happy birthdays on your timeline once a year. And, hey, look at my grandson or look at my... Besides that, it kind of non-existent on Facebook. But I went to Facebook and I just put out a post like, yo, who can draw me a dope canvas? You got to tell people you're going to pay or people going to act like, you're not going to pay. I'm paying. I just need this done. DM me. Let me know what's going on. And sure enough, I had a whole bunch of people hit me up. There's people on the post, tagging other people. I'm not saying like a bunch, like 100 people. Like it was enough people that I needed. Like it wasn't just like 1 or 2 people. It was like 7 or 8 people that reached out and said something, So I was able to reach out to somebody I knew through My brother knows him, so kind of got linked in like that. But like I said, like when it comes to like getting stuff local, I'd rather do it like that than to just go to like a big corporation because they're gonna oversell everything anyways. And like with the smaller business, like you can see actually where the money's gonna go, you know. So I figured I would just rock with him. I don't really know him like that, but you know, somebody I know him through my brother, so you know, kind of all worked out. So I don't know a lot of y'all tell y'all next week, and it doesn't happen next week, but I'll tell you this: before December, there will be some designs on this wall because I know it'll be looking kind of blank, but at the same time, that's good. So you're not distracted by anything else going on. You just focus on Shaboy. Um, uh, weekend recap. Now we're coming back from Easter. I talked about this last week because I know I wasn't going to get to talk to you guys before Easter. So I think I mentioned a little bit last week about Easter, but Easter has gone and passed, or left in horizon, or however you want to say it, is gone. Easter is gone. It ain't coming back until next year. But growing up for Easter, I think I'm like the standard kid, you know. You just worried about, you know, you might get some candy, some chocolate bunnies. My granny, she used to give us these little eggs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little plastic eggs you got for the little Easter hunt. And there's always some jelly beans. There's gonna be a walnut in there, a peppermint, and there's gonna be like $1 and change of some quarters. You might get lucky, you might get a couple quarters, you might get a single dollar bill on top of that. But like as far as like coming up on Easter, yeah, your come up gonna be about $2 and about four cavities. That's what you're gonna get from Easter. But I was with the family this year, and they my wife family, of course, and obviously they celebrate a little bit. They're more hands on when it comes to celebrating like that. So I headed over there Sunday morning. I missed the Easter hunt. I was supposed to be out there at 8. I didn't get there till about 8:45. I mean, I'm pretty punctual. You know what I mean? Like when it's a time said, like I'm gonna be there. You know what I mean? You don't got to double check you coming. Like as long as we got that agreement, like I'm gonna be there. You know. Like I be telling you, I work literally Monday through Saturday, and Sunday is my only day off, and the only day I get to sleep in. So, rightfully so, I just overslept a little bit. I worked late Saturday, didn't get enough sleep. I'm late, whatever the case may be. I missed a little egg hunt, but my parents, they had like they just jokesters, you know what I mean? Everything they do, they only doing it just to get a picture out of you so we can laugh about this for years to come, you know. And that's usually how it happens. So everybody got to get dressed up in it's like an inflatable bunny. They already did it, but I was late, like I said, so you know I didn't really get to, you know. But got my little inflatable, and I'll be honest, like I don't know if you guys ever been in an inflatable or anything like that, but I was actually very flowy. It wasn't like I was actually. It's not like my arms and feet were going to like an actual like a different body. But that also kind of scared me too because like if I ever get overweight, like I know I'm gonna be one of them big dudes that can still kind of move because like I didn't let all of this around, you know, bother me or affect like how I move, you know. But anyways, after doing that, I definitely realized like I can definitely be one of those them little mascots. You know what I mean? The problem is with me being a mascot, it's gonna be like one of them little ghetto mascots. Like you know, when you a mascot, bro, kids really believe like that's like some type of life size cartoon figure, right? The problem with me is I'm gonna have to take my helmet off for a break. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if I gotta take my helmet off, kid sees me, oh snap, that's actually not Barney. That's not Spider-Man. That's not Akron Zip. That's not a Cavalier. My whole cover is blown. But I can dance and I got a rhythm. So, if I had to be in a mascot, I could really go crazy and nobody would even know who was in there until, of course, I got to take my little break and I got to take my mascot off. We're getting off topic. But that might be a third job for me coming up. I might, you know, try to apply for a mascot. They do like auditions when you have like mascots, or you can just kind of apply. Like it's like a desperate job. It's like, yo, we'll hire anybody as long as you can work the hours pretty much. Cause like it really doesn't seem like a bad job. Yeah, you're gonna be hot the whole time. You know, you're in this big furry or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, all you gotta do is act like somebody that you're not. Nobody knows you're in there, so you can dance all crazy. I can even be in there and dancing all rhythm, and they wouldn't even expect that it would be me. It's got to be a good paying job. Anybody knows anybody that has a friend, has a cousin, has a grandpa, somebody just got out of jail, they can't get into work, so they got to be a mascot. Let me know what's going on. You know, if you can, whatever, because I think that might be a line of work that I can definitely get in for sure. But damn, my bad. I've been going on my little tangent. We gonna get back with the pace. Boom, back to the East Hunt. What I like about the East Hunt though is like I remember seeing like I had a friend. I actually had a friend that used to do an Easter hunt, and then there used to be like a little community one they would do at like the fire station or whatever when I lived in Streetsboro. Think about the Easter hunt, the little egg hunt, bro. I'm not trying to walk no 2 miles to find these eggs. You feel me? It's gonna get to the point. It's like, man, if I gotta walk all the way down there to get some eggs, and there's somebody right here with eggs, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna take his eggs, and there's gonna be a little altercation, and then we're just gonna go from there. Cause I'll be damned if I walk more than 500 feet to get an egg for some jelly beans. So you mean tell me that I walk all this way just to get a cavity? So I'm fit now, but now I got a cavity. Tell me how that makes sense. It don't. Exactly. Now that we're older when we're doing it, it's not so many eggs you gotta find. Just gotta find a couple. And for me, it was easy. I only had to find one golden egg. And I didn't even have to go far. Now I started off wrong because I picked the wrong side. Like I'm thinking an egg hunt, like, bro, you're not gonna check the driveway for an egg. You know what I mean? Because you can clearly see it. I didn't even know it was a golden egg either. So boom, I'm looking in the grass like, man, needle in the haystack, like, man, it could be literally anywhere. And I don't even know how many eggs I gotta find, you know. So I'm just thinking, you know, big picture. Sure enough, boom, walk past a little grass. They kind of direct me, no, go that way. I'm like, oh, even better. I'm getting a little study guide too. It's fire. Sure enough, found my little golden egg on top of the car. What y'all think was in there? Chocolate? It's good. Peppermints. Another good guess. Walnuts? Okay, I see what you did there. Fire? No. Hey, it wasn't no Fireball. I'd be mad if they would have gave me some alcohol because I don't even drink like that. So like I'd have been pointless. But as some of you guessed that there was money, fettuccine, the munyon, the moolah baby in that golden egg, you were right. How much was it? Come on, don't be pocket watching. Y'all need to know how much it was. $40. I'll take it though. I have some, you know what I mean. But all in all, it was good with the little egg hunt. And then the homie who's down in Florida, he came back up. So, you know, that was the first time, you know, like him and the family have been together. Then all the boys that came, because it's 2 of the homies that's down in Florida and they living together. And then I got another homie. That's like the original, like the original 4 of us. You know what I mean? So we're all able to get together. So all in all, it was definitely a vibe. Definitely a good time, because we all haven't been together probably since he had left for Florida, like back in December, you know. And I think I kind of talked about that as well. Our relationship, you know, that's always going to be my boy regardless. Like I said, like literally, like that's my family, you know what I mean? So like even if me and him are on speaking terms, like the family's still going to tell me to pull up, like all that stuff, you know. So it's never really any issues, you know what I mean? Like it's just, you know, we get grown, you know, stuff happens, you go this way, whatever the case may be. I'm not tripping, but the most important part is that really showed that we all are family, you know what I mean? Because even me and the homie Nolan, I haven't seen him since, like I said, since December, but like he had popped out too, but like he doing the same thing, like he just going through a new job change and all types of, like everybody just going through like real life stuff, you know what I mean? So it was just nice that we all got to get together and stuff like that. And then my little sister, she driving now. She'll be 16 in September, and man, she at the age, like y'all remember when you first started driving, it's like you want to drive everywhere, you know. That's the stage that she's at now, and she's excited, you know, she's learning all that good stuff. So we had to end up going to the store, get a couple things for dinner. And she, oh, I want to drive. I'm like, all right, cool. Like all the boys, we all piled in, let her drive and went to the store. I'm not gonna lie, not a bad driver. She just needs to understand the concept of braking and accelerating in that order exactly. Because she has a thing where she gets a little too close to the car and then she'll brake. It's like you gotta ease into it. You don't ease into it. You feel me? Like you can't just make that quick stop, So sure enough, we get to the light. Same thing. Boom, quick stop. The only thing is the light just went from red to green. So she just stopped and now we gotta pick up again. What did she do? Damn near floors it. Yo, this look like something out of a cartoon. Like all the papers out the sun visor, it's flying everywhere. It's just chaos in the car right now, But other than that, she did really good, Very, very patient, It's like when you first start driving, like when you make turns or anything like that, you damn near want to be the only person on the road. So like she had a couple times to go, but it's like, let's say she got like 1,000 feet to go and like she not going. She's like, nah, I'm away. But one thing I will say is she knows how to say it in between the lines. And y'all laughing at me, and that's something that we've been taught since we was in preschool. The color in between the line. Being in the line is so, so crucial when it comes to great organization. Just the formula, how everything meshes and lines up correctly. So she did good on that. When she was finally able to turn, it's not like she had a little bit of the right tires on the white line, or she had some of the driver's side tires on the yellow line. Like she was good. She was perfectly in that joint. So you just got to working on, braking and accelerator. But definitely started to age us for sure. I remember when I had to cut her off from giving her a piggyback ride. Like she was like 4. I was like, all right, yo, when you get to 7, you gonna be too heavy to carry. So we got to cut that off, And the fact that she at the point where she's driving now, I don't know. It's just crazy. I think I said this before. If you want to know how fast you aging, look at somebody who's younger than you. See how fast they aging. That'll really put it in perspective for you. It's like, damn, you already driving right now. It's like, so that means I got to be about 30. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's good to get with the family. Rejuvenate. That's why I like to call it. Just when I'm with my family, I get around people that have genuine love for me, don't want anything from me. Just my energy. I feel like that's when I enjoy myself the most. That's why I don't really like to go out like that. Like I don't want to go out. I don't want to go to the bar. I don't want to go to these places where you dealing with a bunch of different people, a bunch of different energy. Like I'm cool. Like I'm so passive when it comes to certain stuff, but like I'm also very self-aware of myself and how I am, and I have a short temper, especially when it comes to adults. I have the shortest temper. Babies, okay. Elderly, kind of short temper, but elderly too. But the babies is cool. Adults, no. Elderly, it ain't happening. But enough about that. And patience and all that good stuff and being rejuvenated. How to get something done this last week that wasn't rejuvenated. How to go to the dentist last week. Man, it's been a while. So I had to get some work done. I had to get a root canal. I almost didn't do the podcast this week because I said I've been in pain like the past 2 days, but like I said, I gotta thug it through. I didn't already use my sick day on y'all, so I really ain't got no time to waste with no more sick days. So it is what it is. The root canal, all right, cool. It is what it is. You gotta take care of it. The problem is you don't want a chick working on one of your bad tooths and she bad. It's like, man, you can't even spit games. What you gonna say? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe y'all are like, man, I was just tripping. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, it ain't. I feel like this ain't even a good time to, But we shopping up like she was mad cool though. Like, she's only a couple years older than me. I think she was like 32. And y'all asked how I know that. Don't worry about all that. Maybe I might have, Look, I ain't gonna say I didn't think it was the best idea, but I didn't say I wasn't gonna do it at all. So I'm just having conversation, being real cool. And she tall too. She like 6 foot. She should have been playing last night with them girls. We gonna get to that, but yeah, she was a tall one for sure. But all in all, it wasn't too bad. Give me some shots in my mouth so you don't really feel the pain or anything like that. It's what you got to deal with afterward, just like the pressure and then all the scraping they did from cutting your teeth and cutting your gums and all that. But we gonna get to it. And that's a message to anybody else out there who's scared to go to the dentist because you need to get some work done. Man, just go there. I went to Case Western, it's actually a dental school, and I actually preferred going there. I really didn't have a preference. I just wanted to get in there. Everybody's kind of bullshitting like when I can get in and whatnot. But I definitely like that because like you dealing with students and it's like, oh well, I don't want to deal with somebody experienced. But like the problem is you dealing with somebody new to it and you dealing with somebody who's been experienced to it. To me, they are vastly different. Just because the person who's been doing it, they're convinced anything that they haven't seen before, they're gonna see it as like they don't know how to take care of the problem, somebody new who's just learning, they're gonna be excited about that. They already kind of gonna know like how to kind of go about it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like it's not really gonna be an issue. It's like, oh, I haven't done this in so long. It's like it's something that she probably just recently done. So shout out to the Case Western Dental Facility or whatever you want to call it. Whatever. I had to pay out of pocket though. That's the only crazy thing. I'm working on getting my insurance and stuff together. No, I mean I filed back in February and I've been waiting. They got to the point like, man, I can't even wait no longer. I'm just gonna pay out of pocket. And that's sure enough what I did. But it was definitely a lot cheaper than the other place I went to. They charged me like they were trying to charge me like $2,100 for that tooth. And like when I went to got it done at Case Western, after the exam and everything, I paid like $700. But once again, if you have any problems like that, man, go to the dentist. I know it's gonna be scary, whatever, but I'd recommend going to Case West because they definitely took care of me. They're very understanding of what I was going through. They make me feel like shit because I fell back on maintenance or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, make sure you get that taken care of. You don't want to get to the point where like you got nerves in your teeth. So like it's gonna be a different pain than you like rolling your ankle or you got a kink in your neck or your shoulder or whatever case. It's gonna be completely different pain. So if you listen to this, go take care of your business. Moving on. Last but not least, before we get to some of the mainstream topics, tax season is almost over. We got about 2 weeks and some change left. What y'all do with y'all money? Actually, what I should ask, how many of you guys didn't file yet? By show of hands. Oh, okay. Everybody filed already. Okay. I'm the only one that didn't file. Look, I'll put it like this, and I've talked about this before. I don't be hella thirsty for that tax money. Boom, I'm gonna break it down. Whatever they're gonna give me in my taxes, I get that in 2 weeks regardless. Now, granted, I like to have a little piece of that back, so I'm gonna file when I file. But at the end of the day, I'm not really like pressed about filing as soon as I get it. Like I know some people they probably didn't already got their money in January. I don't know when the opening day is, maybe January 1st, whenever you can file your taxes. But I know some people they was definitely on it early. But I'm not one of those people at all. I'm gonna file it when I get around to it. Because at the end of the day, it's like I'm like when I get that money, I'm not trying to spend that money anyway. There's just gonna be some money that I have that I'm gonna save, put it towards a house or whatever the case may be. But hope y'all did something responsible with that money. I mean, hope you did something responsible. I mean, I hope you didn't get a Benz. I hope you didn't get an Audi. Hope you didn't get none of them foreign cars that you can't keep up on the maintenance with when that tax money is gone. So, just a little financial literacy for some of y'all out there. I know somewhere right now probably listening to me in the bench right now like, man, shut up, man. You don't know what Hey, man. I don't want no small. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of financial literacy. That's all. Do what you want with it, But if you can't afford the payments, come holler at me. We can work out a deal. I ain't gonna give you what you got for it, but at least someone be willing to take it. Unless you don't want to just have that nice Audi or Benz just sitting in the garage because you can't pay for the $200 oil change. You can't pay for the $200 tire. You can't pay for the $800 transmission fluid. That's gonna be on you. So don't be looking at me sideways now. In a couple months, we can reconvene and have this conversation again. Like I said, On the other side, we're going to get into some of the mainstream stuff that's been going on. And then we're going to get out of here. Yeah. So we are going to go to a commercial break. Like I said, I'm going to see y'all on the other side. Yeesh. And we're back. How long y'all been? Y'all weird. Y'all just gonna watch me out. Ain't nobody say nothing. Nope. Y'all something else. Y'all trip. Alright. Enough of the dragging on. Let's get into it. Now, a lot of you may not know these people I'm about to talk about, but we're going to talk about it anyways. Why? Because this is I wanted to point at the We Here Now podcast sign, and I pick what we talk about. But as you can see, I ain't got no sign yet. Like I said, it's coming. By December, no Diddy. I promise you it's coming, no Diddy. By December, it's going to be, I'll be honest, by December, I'll probably be in a new spot anyways. But trust and believe, by December, it's going to be some stuff coming. And me, I got some stuff from Temu. People be trying to act like they too good for Temu. Now, I'm not going to get no shoes off Temu, but some canvases, some posters. I got me a little doggy camera so I can watch Camilla when I'm at work if I miss her. I'm trying to think. I got some leggings for football type. Like, it's stuff you get from Temu, but just don't get everything. Because I be seeing a little poster like someone ordered a pan and like you hold it like this and it sit like that, right? The little bar was facing like this. But the pan was still up. So don't try to get everything from Temu. You know what I mean? But I did definitely go crazy with getting some stuff on Temu just so I can bring some more stuff to the podcast. And I got some other equipment coming as well. I know y'all probably waiting for me to have guests again. Bear with me. Because the original studio, I was doing it. That's why your family is really a trip, though. I'll tell you that right now. That's why I was saying, like, you want to do something, just do it yourself. Because the place I was shooting from before, my cousin-in-law, he got the studio. But he the one that been acting funny about the studio. He's the one that told me about using the studio. But now I got all these guests lined up. Now I'm trying to do it. And I was like, oh, I got to do that. I'm like, don't even trip. Because it's not his obligation to take care of y'all. It's my obligation. So we just going to cut that out. We're not even going to worry about that. And we're going to bring it to me. Hey. All right, moving on. I definitely just went on a little tangent there. But it started with that. And then we here now. That's why it's called We Here Now. Because every time I start to, veer off a little bit, boom, we here now. We get right into it. But like I was saying, I'm going to talk about these two YouTubers. Yuri, you guys heard me talk about the kind of the no jumper, Fig Mooney. I don't really mention 10 Talks as much, but back on Fig. But he's in that world. And he was going viral because he was on the stream. He's telling people to find something on his girl. Not like it's supposed to be like kind of like a fun thing, like just find something old about his girl that nobody else or maybe that he doesn't know about. But sure enough, they ended up finding a YouTube video that Riley was in. Now it wasn't like a crazy YouTube video. It was her and her Diddy like best friend, and it was another girl as well. But it was just like a little Q&A, super fun, lighthearted. But keep in mind, the streams that he does now, they'll take dabs, they'll drink on stream, it might be a fight on stream. So it's definitely a little bit more crazy what she's doing now or what she's part of now. What she did back then was completely innocent. It was just like some high school stuff. I'm pretty sure all of us got like some weird YouTube videos from high school on YouTube. Like I got mine. Like if y'all can find it, like pull up. It's not gonna be a thing. It's gonna be exactly what you thought it was. Like me dunking, the homie falling off his bike, recycling project I did when I was in school. Like it's gonna be a bunch of random stuff, but nothing that's really that serious, and that's what it was. But he ends up calling this girl, and it turns out to be a thing because he's kind of salty about it. Because like when they started doing, their podcast together, he had asked her if she had ever done any type of YouTube content before, and she said no. So him finding this video, he felt like she lied to him. Now, me personally, I can see where he's coming from. I just don't understand why he was so mad about it, because it was a YouTube video, It's not like you just found out your girl used to date like a professional basketball player or an NFL player. Ooh, excuse me. Or like her dad was like a serial whatever. Whatever you want to call it. He tried to make it seem like it was a big deal like that. It wasn't. Excuse me. Ooh. It wasn't anything like that. It was completely harmless. But I started to draw a question about their relationship. And that's the problem when you have a relationship that's, public. You give people the opportunity to kind of dig at your relationship. And Yuri has kind of been getting a lot of heat for it. Not just for this one situation, but like other situations. But I think the main cause that is he's definitely insecure about the girl he has. I mean, she's an attractive girl. For him, I don't know. Like, I don't really judge a dude. Like, you can't be like, oh, well, like, he ain't good enough for her. Like, how you know? The bad ones be, the ones that, I ain't gonna take no shots, but I am, like, the bad ones be boring. I ain't gonna lie to you. No personality, they just fine. Just fine as hell. Ain't got no jokes. Ain't got no commentary. Ain't got nothing to bring up, nothing about something that came from social media. And she's bad. Just looking there all day, just bad as hell. Like, who? You bad as hell, but you ain't. Ooh, that's it. You just bad. So I don't think it's a situation like that where it's like she is too good for him, but people are starting to look at it like that, not because of the looks, but because how they feel like she's being treated. But like I said, to each his own. Everybody's gonna handle their relationships a little bit different. Me personally, I probably wouldn't have tripped her or something like that, but I definitely would trip if I asked my girl about something. Like, I play football, so if I've been like, yo, you ever been with a dude out of town debating for one of these tournaments, and then she lied and said she didn't, and it turned out she did, I'd definitely be mad about that, for sure. But it's like, with this, it's like, you can see it, you know what I mean? Like, I get, like, you lie about something, but you don't have anything to kind of go back off and look at to kind of decipher what's going on. He got the video, like, it's an innocent Q&A. It wasn't anything to be mad about, but when I took from that situation, he's just a little bit too insecure. But to each his own. His problem, not my problem. But yeah, I definitely wanted to bring that up because it was definitely going viral. But like, I wasn't really caught in the middle. Like, I can understand like him feeling like he was lied to, but like you gotta actually gauge what level of lied to that it was. You know what I mean? Lying about a YouTube video. It's not like she had another YouTube channel. The only reason why I started a new YouTube channel is because of you. You know what I mean? So I didn't think it was a big deal. And then we got Diddy is still at large. Huh. Yikes. The crazy part about this was his son is getting charged too. These are all allegedly, nobody's got charged, but like these are things that the feds is looking into. So if the feds looking into something, it might be something to it, Now, ever since this happened last week with Diddy about the raise and stuff like that, kind of been laying low. He hasn't really been posting stuff. Oh, that's changed. He's out in Miami. They caught him smoking, dancing a little bit. But I'll be honest, all that is just a PR play for sure. And I don't know how they trying to play it, but I think the best thing Diddy could have done was not let stuff like that happen, not to use it as a PR move, because at the end of the day, people are gonna take it how they want to take it. You know what I mean? It's like, for somebody that's being accused of things so heinous, don't nobody want to see you laughing. Don't nobody want to see you dancing, and they don't want to see you smoking. Why? Because ain't nothing funny. You shouldn't have no rhythm. And what we smoking to celebrate for? I'm just being honest. That's how they looking at it for real. So for him, I thought that was definitely a bad move. You should have stayed tucked away. But somebody like Diddy, he's not somebody who likes to be tucked away. Y'all remember when Suge Knight they was at the Soul Train Awards and Suge was talking about Itadi, what do you say, management being all up in the video, come to death row. He was talking about Diddy. That was directly at Diddy because Diddy, you supposed to be the reason all this stuff coming together, yada yada yada. Why is you in the video doing the little Diddy bop? This song ain't got nothing to do with you. Now, granted, he did make some music. Cool. That's cool. But if you help him producing these records and whatever it may be, bro, you don't need to be all up in the video. And that's Diddy's problem, being all up in the video. And that's how you got yourself in this problem right now. Attention. That cloud chase. That's the area that we living in right now because everybody want that cloud. They want the jewel, and you already got it. So now you just overdoing it. You know what I mean? Everybody already knows who you are. You don't gotta always be in everybody's face. But I get it. Like that's like your brand. That's how you've been able to make money. But it's like you almost a billionaire. You can lay back, do what the rest of the billionaires do. Like when the last time you saw Jay-Z up with somebody's camera, dancing, trying to get? He don't do that. Ace of Spades, Rock Nation brunch. You ain't never seen Jay-Z hit a two-step at a Rock Nation brunch, and people dance there, right? Diddy need to take a page out of Hov's book because you a billionaire. It's a certain way you got to move, and you're not moving that way. Not only with the heinous acts you were accused of allegedly, but it just as a person as well. Just having a little bit of social awareness, you know what I mean? That people are looking at you like, bro, like you really mess up, you doing some bogus. It's like, bro, we are literally saying no Diddy no more because of you. That's how much attention you're getting, bro. So it's like you probably not gonna see this, but Diddy, from one black man to another black man, stay tucked away, handle your business. As right now, you really not guilty of anything yet. You're not guilty of anything yet. So it's innocent until proven guilty. Diddy, do not give these people a reason to come at you any harder than they already rightfully will come at you. No, Diddy. For real, Diddy. I'm trying to... Look, man. Look, I know you rich and you looking at me like, man, I'm listening to some... All right, man, but sure, I'm free. I ain't got the feds kicking on my door. I ain't doing nothing bogus, but whatever. Do what you got to do. But the fact that someone's getting charged too is nasty work because as a father, you want your kids to be better than you. So it makes me wonder, were you possibly champion this type of behavior? The other son is good. It's I forget his name. I think that's one the King Cone's the one they be talking about. But yeah, it's just sad, you know what I mean? The fact that maybe your son might go down with you as well. I don't think anybody should look at jail as a failure. But I think if you're a father and you have unsuccessfully put your son in the best position to have a better life than you and to stay out of trouble, then yes. You going to jail and your son going to jail as well is a failure, Diddy. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should have showed him the ropes. You should have did right by him and not have him, partaking in this. Now, even if you weren't championing it, you are doing stuff like this. So as a kid, like we're very aware of how our parents move around. Even if you can't put it together when you're young, when you get older, you're going to figure it out, If your dad was a piece of shit when you're 2, when you're 22, you'll probably still figure out that he either is a piece of shit still, or he used to be a piece of shit and he's good now. So, either or. But, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy with all this going on because I was really just thinking about this, especially with, like, a lot of famous black moguls or celebrities or however you want to call it. Man, it's like that one saying, like what I'm about to botch the hell out of this quote, but it's like you live long enough to be a hero, or you live long enough to to turn to a villain. However you want to say that go, but that's pretty much what's been going on. They turned down all our great black actors or moguls or people that we can look up to. They got Bill Cosby out of here. Now, Bill Cosby, I'm not going to speak about what was going on back in the day or anything like that. But what I will say is, Quaaludes was jumping back then. Heard plenty of people talking about it, interviews. So all the stuff came about Bill Cosby was wrongfully doing stuff. Everybody was talking about, yo, like we was all doing it. That's like this generation now. It's a lot of girls, I ain't going to put y'all on blast. And there's a lot of dudes, I ain't going to put y'all on blast either. But who like to indulge in the sugar booger. Right? Just the time that we in. It'd be a shame if somebody who actively was looking for the pursuit of sugar booger. I don't know, I don't even want to say these are my friends, but these are people that I know. I know some people, they'll go to a certain bar. It's not even the best bar. They don't have the best drink, best food, none of that. They'll go to a bar because they know that they can get sugar booger from one of the cooks that work there. That's how bad it is for people, right? So for any of those people to come out and be like, oh, this person made me do the sugar booger. Now, granted, anything after that, all right, cool, we on the same page. But the fact that you would go out of your way to go to a certain bar because you know there's a chance you're going to get some sugar booger, don't come back 20 years talking about you was forced to do it. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm looking at the Bill Cosby thing. So I guess back in the day, the Quaaludes was just like the party drug. You know, it's like, you know, you smoke a blunt now at a party. Like, that was kind of like how they was, you know, giving it up, you know? But that doesn't make it right. But at the same time, you really can't blame somebody because it's not like, oh, only he was doing it or certain people was doing this. Like, everybody was doing it. Anybody that was partying, I was shit. Because all the interviews I saw, people talking about it with the whole thing going on with Bill Cosby and how it was back then. Everybody was talking about, like, everybody was doing it. If you're in the party lifestyle, like, you were doing it, you know? So, I don't know. It's crazy to see how, you know, some of our boguls can be taken down in such a way. Now, I don't want to protect Diddy because Diddy, if it is true, the things you're being accused of, you foul, man, and you wrong. You let your black people down. You let your brothers down. You let your sisters down. You let us all down. White people is not going to care as much as we care because we love to see successful black men doing the right thing. And he always had good energy. You always thought he was doing the right thing. But to see all this stuff coming down, it definitely makes you want to rethink some things. And it's definitely sad too because you don't want to see, you know, guys like that get torn down. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, if you're doing wrong, we're not protecting you at all. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are. I'm trying to think of like one of my, like someone I really respect. You know what I mean? Like even if it was sure, even if Kobe has some pedophilia stuff, you know, God rest his soul, I wouldn't rest with it. And a lot of people probably, what about the girl in Denver? The girl that said she lied, right? The girl that had 3 different species of specimen in her trousers. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. But I will say, even if Kobe did something bugged out like that, I'm definitely not rocking with him anymore. I don't care how much mom mentality you sell to me. I don't care who you are. If you do something bogus, you must be handled accordingly. There's no breaking the rules. Chris Brown, Drake, it don't matter who it is. We's not breaking the rules for anybody. You do something bogus, that's what you're going to get. I was speaking to Drake. Who? So we got the Drake. I'm going to reframe that. We got the Future versus Metro Boomin versus Kendrick versus Drake. Why they coming at Aubrey like that? Now, they say it was possibly over a woman. Future is mad because Drake did a collab album with 21 Savage, even though him and Future had did one. I don't know. All this just sound like some, not over a female problem, but they sound like a bunch of females arguing about a whole bunch of nothing. And the fact that it's, now I will say, Drake, this ain't gonna be no Meek Mill. You know, this ain't gonna be no Common. This ain't gonna be no Pusha T. You know what I mean? They brought the big dogs out, but I guess you a great like Drake. You know, you got to bring the big dogs out, and I mean Future, Metro, and Kendrick. Yikes! I'm pulling for Drizzy though. Like I said, Drake is like pizza. Everybody love Drake. You know what I mean? But it's just crazy to see how all that will will unfold. Um, Now usually, you know, Team Dark versus Team Light. I'm messing with Drake because I love underdog. Now Drake is not necessarily an underdog, but I think in this uh way of words, over beat, over wax, whatever you like to call it, he's definitely the underdog because you're going against three top hitters. All those guys I just named, they can easily do. I'll just say bare minimum, they can do 100,000 first week. If you do 100,000 first week, like you a big dog. So you got all these people coming out big dog like that. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. But enough about that. Talking about big dog. Everybody was locked in on Monday, watching these women go crazy. Now I'll be honest, I ain't gonna act like I've been crazy about the women's basketball, but I've definitely been more aware just because Paige Bueckers plays for UConn. Now I got hit to Paige her freshman year. Well, before she went to her freshman year. So that's really why I've been paying attention to women's basketball. I've been knowing kind of what's been going on. But everybody jumping on the bandwagon, and I think that's a good thing. I think we need that. I think we can bandwagon when it comes to other sports, but I think the fact that it's a bunch of men, women too, bandwagon around the women, and it's all centered around one thing. They are hooping. Like these girls is really getting bugs. Y'all, we gonna talk about Clay and Clark, no shade, but I started messing with Paige Bueckers first, so I gotta show love. But like these girls really out there hooping, so it's not like just like participation trophy, like, oh, let's just watch your girls game and give us some support. Like, no, people is really watching. Bro, that was probably the funniest night on Twitter there has been in a while since, like, I don't know, the Cat Williams stuff happened or the dude jumping at the judge. Like, social media was going crazy. One of the accounts had tweeted Tyrese Halliburton. He had like 8 assists in the first quarter or something like that. Man, everybody was clowning that. Man, we watching this Iowa game. Man, we watching this UConn game. Nobody worried about the NBA right now, but I think it was so far. Like, it was just a dope moment to really see people coming together to see good hoopers, and both games were really, really good. I was locked in all day. I got myself situated, and I really don't even watch live games like that anymore unless I'm betting. But that was a game I definitely had to watch like everybody else. And I think it said 12.3 million viewers had to watch it. It was like more than any NHL game last year, more than any soccer game. It was pretty much more than every single sport. It was more than all college basketball in general. So it's like, man, they doing it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Now I'll talk about the LSU Iowa game. Angel Reese, I know she gets a lot of credit, but I'm not gonna lie. For me, me watching women's basketball, I'm watching the guards. I want to see a little tween action, tween behind the back, pull up mid range. That's the game I want to see. Now Angel Reese, she's a big. I'm not too hyped about bigs yet when it comes to women's basketball. That's just me. Me personally, I don't really like her game. Really no post move to little bullshit, little hook, whatever. But she had 17 points and 20 rebounds, so I'm not gonna knock her for that. She was doing what she was, rightfully supposed to be doing. Haley Van Leith was getting cooked on Twitter because she was getting cooked by Caitlin Clark. But I can't even fault her too much. Man, it was one shot. Caitlin Clark hit like 5 feet behind the 3-point line. It was violent. She just put her hands in like, what you want me to do? It's like, yeah, that's a good point. So she was getting cooked on social media like crazy. But, I mean, she had a tough guard anyway. And I'm not even going to put it all on her because Caitlin gave about 15 points to somebody else before it even got to that point. So we're not going to put all the blame on her. But all in all, it was still a good game. And, yeah, off to the Final Four for them. UConn and USC. Now that was a game I was more excited for. I ain't gonna lie, cause Paige Bueckers, that's my dog. She don't know it yet, but like that's my dog. Like we locked in like this, but she just gotta right now we just like this. I need her to come and block it in. You feel me? But she was balling. She almost had a double double. I'm trying to think. I think she had like 29. 29, 6-4. I want to say it's not super close to a double-double, but she was doing her thing. And it was a couple times. But she was guarding Juju Watkins. Y'all don't know USC. A lot of y'all know because y'all been watching women's basketball. But Juju Watson is a freshman, and she's a dog. She just broke the freshman NCAA record for a freshman in scoring. So shout out to her. But y'all lost. But she didn't have too much to be worried about because a little bit different than, women and men. Men, you got to stay for 1 year. For the girls, you got to be there 4 years. So, obviously a little bit different, but Juju, she's going to be in good hands. I feel bad for y'all when y'all got a player like her junior and senior year. It's going to be over with. Because she still had like 32 points, something like that. I think she might have had a 30 piece. But for a freshman, that's amazing. Like she has nothing to be upset about. She'll be completely fine. But yeah, it was some good basketball. I can't wait to see. I don't know if it's going to be UConn and Iowa or the winner of UConn, because South Carolina still has to play. They play NC State on Friday, so they still have to figure that out. But that would be cool because to see UConn and Iowa go back and forth at it, because Caitlin Clark and Paige are actually good friends. When you're a hooper like that, or I don't even want to say when you're a hooper, when you're really good at a sport, you're playing at the highest level, and then you go to college, you're playing at the highest level. You've been playing against some of these people since you were young. You had all like those little camps, so I think they'll make a little cool story out of that. Definitely be cool to watch. Before we get out of here, y'all know I like to do a little segment. It's called Things I Care Briefly About. Some stuff I might go in great detail about. Some I might keep it short. We might read like a news teleprompter. Just bear with me, all right? Give me some. Yes, sir. Stephon Diggs to the Texans. They're gonna be a squad next year, and that's gonna be a team to play with on Madden for sure. Like they got a nice little squad down there in Houston, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not too vested into it because it's text, but some sports stuff that I want to talk about. So there you go. We got Bad Boys 4 coming. Do we care? I didn't even see Bad Boys 3. I'll be honest with you. But yeah, if y'all didn't know, Bad Boys 4 is coming out. I didn't see the third one. I probably won't see the fourth one. But in case you guys want to go see it, it is coming out when? I don't know, because I'm not going. But somebody was just telling me about it. I was telling you about it. I didn't give you a date, but I definitely told you about it. Carry on. And we got Rashee Rice, the wide receiver for the Chiefs. He's actually really freaking good, but he was street racing and hit multiple cars, and he still left. That's how you gonna be completely in the wrong? You gonna still trying to leave? I mean, that's just crazy. But I hope they get it figured out because as you guys watch Chiefs this year, they definitely need some up in the receiver position and somebody to catch a ball. And he was nice and he was doing his thing. So get it together. And last but not least, Kobe's parents sold his 2000s finals ring for $927,000. Now that's cold. That's cold. You don't never supposed to sell that. I don't care what y'all got going on. I mean, y'all Kobe's parents. Like, I know y'all didn't necessarily have the best relationship because you didn't approve of him and Vanessa or whatever the case may be. But I mean, I know he didn't leave y'all high to dry to be selling his rings. He worked hard for the rings. He put everything, heart and soul, to get those rings. Y'all shouldn't have sold out. Y'all dead wrong. That's been another episode of the Here Now Podcast. I will see you guys next week. We drop on Thursdays. And if you've been here before, it's your first time here, I appreciate you. I hope I gave you enough content to make you want to come back and rock with your boy. If you are a recurring guest, I'll be rocking. Shout out to y'all. Much love, appreciate. Subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend, tell an enemy to somebody who hate me. As long as you get the engagement, we rock with it. Yes. I almost messed up. Yes. Sir.